both know exactly what I expect. Please give me a good, hard, clean fight. Obey my commands and protect yourself at all times. Touch gloves. Good luck to both.
No 3 knockdown rule. If I cannot be saved by the bell on the only round, only the referee can stop the fight. In case of an accidental foul, we go to the scorecards after 4 rounds. So we're set to go. Crawford is decked out in white trunks. And of course, Beltran is in the red and white. So here we go. Round number 1, scheduled for 12. Lightweight championship of the world. Beltran, red shoes, red trunks with a white trim. Crawford to the left of your screen, the hometown favorite here, and they love him. Bringing championship boxing for the 2nd time this year to Omaha, Nebraska. And they've turned out and filled this arena. Beltran touches him up downstairs.
Beltran needs to impose his will and just get in Crawford's face.
Many people will say Terrence Crawford starts off slow, likes to feel out his opponent, starts off in that orthodox stance. But as you mentioned, Colonel, earlier in the show, he's just as good from southpaw as well, and I'm sure we'll see a lot of that tonight.
Well, I'm not usually in favor of a guy switching to southpaw, but when you train that way, it's a different kettle of fish. And it certainly is the case with the athletic ability of Terrence Crawford. So far, Beltran has touched up Crawford more than Crawford has touched him. But you get the idea immediately of the hand speed of Terrence Crawford. He has much superior hand speed, and I expect we'll see that play a major factor in this fight before it's over. Downstairs lands the shot, does Crawford. Crawford with his back to Beltran facing you. To the right of your screen now. Now it's Crawford facing you.
Crawford needs to keep him at distance. He's got the reach advantage and counterpunch. That's it. That's what he's got to do. Beltran will be in your face, and he's got that sneaky left hook. He's a good body puncher.
Yeah, watch for his left hook, the way he throws it. He kind of sneaks off the left shoulder of his opponent. In this case, of course, it's Terrence Crawford. But he'll sneak off the left shoulder, and then he'll come and try to blindside him with that left hook. Crawford, I'm sure, has watched enough film on Beltran to realize he does that. And as Raul Marquez is saying, the former champ himself, he knows that the idea for Crawford is to just do exactly what he's doing now. Fight this fight from the outside and really going. There'll be times when he'll mix it up. Beltran knows he can't win a decision, so at some stage you get it turned up a big knot. Whether he can against the speed of Crawford is what this fight's all about. Is Crawford going southpaw now? Stayed orthodox the entire 1st round. Now he's fighting as a southpaw, jamming with the right hand.
Yeah, and that switching to southpaw and his movement, it definitely makes it uncomfortable for Beltran.
I'm sorry. No, I was just going to say, unfortunately for him, he sparred a lot of southpaws in preparing it. The main one that he's got a lot of recognition for, of course, Manny Pacquiao, although that was a while ago now.
Smart for Manny Pacquiao, obviously you learn a lot from Pacquiao. Pacquiao's a guy that, he throws combinations from different angles. He's like an octopus. He's here, he's there. Yeah. He's hitting from everywhere, so Beltran has the experience, but he's got to find a way to cut that distance and deal with Crawford's speed and footwork.
So Crawford staying orthodox the entire 1st round, and he's been southpaw most of this round. Trying to confuse Beltran. Beltran hasn't sparred with Manny for 2012, but Crawford, different from most guys that switch, able to land some powerful shots there to the body of Ray.
Crawford fighting really smart. Look at his concentration.
Yeah, the distance for him is the whole thing. Keeping his positioning perfect.
Can't get careless. You can't take him light, Beltran he's tough. Tough as he can get.
Got the right hand through. Try to clip him with the left.
There's one shot by Beltran. Can't need more. He's got to put them together.
Crawford doing very well. that shows you the pure God-given athleticism that he has. The rest is about training and being able to do this. Very few fighters can switch this effectively.
Beltran needs to put him in the corner, but every time he has him in the corner on the ropes, needs to take advantage there, but speed.
That was that first left hand, but he didn't catch Crawford with it. Terrence's positioning is perfect. He's fighting from the outside, lets that left hand go. Beltran, I think he's a little frustrated right now that he can't catch up with this guy at all.
Yeah, it looks to me that with one single punch, that's going to even frustrate him more. If you're not going to get to him with one shot. Crawford has, you know, high boxing IQ. Look at him. He's just smart, very smart in the ring.
For the second time, he went after that left hook and wasn't able to land it. That's 2 times in a row. Once he's an orthodox fighter, and now back as a southpaw.
Concentration by Crawford. I mean, it's hard. You know, he's fighting his hometown. He got all those fans that are look how smart. Look how he's spinning around.
Made him look awkward. And that, you know, when it looked dumb. Yeah, when a fighter falls in the ropes like that, you know, catches the eyes of the judge. The guy's not in total control. That's called ring generalship.
He's just so slick and so smooth with his movements. I mean, if nothing looks forced, everything looks, he just gets right into that rhythm. And everything becomes automatic for him, and getting into it a little earlier than I've seen him before, which might be bad news for Ray Beltran.
He doesn't let the crowd get to him either. You know, usually a fighter, you know, you got the hometown crowd, you might lose your game plan and start doing the wrong things. No, he keeps his composure. He's sticking to his game plan.
He's right to the game plan, keeping the proper distance.
Walking backward.
I got you. Step back.
He should.
Step back clean, guys. Thank you.
Getting back on his heels so he can't hurt you. Crawford facing you now. Name on the front.
Ooh.
Good right hand landed by Ray Beltran. That got Crawford's attention. But he sits down and some shots now himself. Look at Crawford go to work.
I think Beltran is hurt because Crawford is on him. He's got him on the ropes there.
Crawford see if he can stop him now. I mean, stop his movement. I think you're right. I think that he might have hurt him with one of those shots in there.
Here's the bell. Obey the bell.
Look at the legs of that Beltran. They're really a little loose on the knees right now.
Well, that front leg keeps kind of locking up, which is kind of a sign of weakness, but saved by the velvet.
That's certainly a Crawford round. So as I told you, there will be times when he'll pick it up as he did then. Beltran continues to try to sneak off that right shoulder and land his left hook and blindside with him, but he's tried it twice and hasn't been able to do it. Beltran is kind of on the assault right now, but you see Terrence Crawford keeping his distance. He has a perfect distance for this guy, and positioning is so key for him.
Beltran is on him. He closes the distance, but he doesn't throw any punches, Colonel. He found out he can't deal with Crawford's speed.
I got it.
Well, speed is the difference.
Yeah, that is the difference.
If Beltran has more power, he's unable to land the shots, and so far the heaviest blow has been landed off the hands of Terrence Crawford. And that's because he's in position when he throws, fighting as a southpaw right now. See, that right hand that just shot up over the left shoulder of Crawford, usually you'll look for the left hook coming right behind that. You get his attention one way, and then Beltran will clip you with that left hook. He's taken out a few guys that way, but he can't deliver it because of the positioning of Crawford.
He has the speed, too. I mean, he's there, he moves, and Beltran sees it. It's his thinking was about, he's not fast enough, he's not quick enough to catch up to him.
Ray's certainly working as hard as he can. Goes to that right hand, doesn't really catch a piece of Terrence, and that's frustrating for a fighter who's working as hard as Beltran is now, but the guy that's landing the punches is Terrence Crawford.
He's getting tagged with that.
Beltran also knows that when he throws, he knows he's going to create openings too for Crawford. He's not going to take the risk, but he has to. That's the only way he's going to win. He has to, exactly.
Break.
He has no choice. He's behind by at least 3 rounds, maybe 4. And Crawford continues to box excellently. Whether he fights southpaw or as an orthodox fighter, he's able to land his jab. Right jab right on top of that eye as he continues fighting his southpaw right now. And his movement, for what athletic ability it takes to be able to do this from either side. Catches Beltran coming in with the right hand. That's a powerful jab that he's got. Beltran caught him, and now he goes to work with the body upstairs.
That's what Beltran, that's the kind of fight Beltran's going to make.
And now Crawford decides he's going to exchange with him. This isn't the fight he wants, but at some stage, fighters will fight like this. Now he gets his distance, and Beltran comes on. It's an exciting round of boxing right now. 52, 51, 50 seconds to go in the 5th round. Beltran trying to claw his way back into this fight. But he can't sustain it because Crawford is so gifted and so quick. Both with his hands and his feet. And at least to this point has shown equal power.
Get your hands free.
With Ray Beltran.
Crawford just makes every punch count. He doesn't miss a lot of shots. So every shot is catching Beltran coming in.
Very accurate is Terrence.
Quick, don't punch.
Beltran ties him up, and Mark Nelson in Minnesota, fine referee, does his job. And there have been a couple of times when Terrence has decided to engage with him inside, and again, some of that hand speed again.
This will be the same fight. If he keeps going like this, Crawford just keeps turning in, and the speed, Beltran doesn't let his punches go. He tries, but not being effective. He misses too much.
And when he does, it's usually like one at a time. It's not 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Gotta be more consistent, more combinations. 4s, 5, 6 punch combinations. And get in with the jab. He has to get in, find a way to get in with the jab. Even if he's just touching him with the jab, it'll get him inside. It'll get him there.
The right hand lead from the right hand stance, and here he is working just as good as a right-handed fighter, and as I say that, he switches to southpaw, flips Beltran in the side of the head, and Beltran tries to palm away, throws a straight right hand and backs off Terrence for a second. Now Terrence plants, and they mix it up inside. Every once in a while, Terrence will plant and stay right and won't give ground, and will go ahead and mix it, and that's not the style he wants to fight. But as long as he's landing 2 and 3 punches to every one that Beltran lands, it's very effective for him.
Beltran's trying to catch him with that sneaky left hook. Caught him a couple of times, but not just one again, one shot. And it's Crawford the one that's working off of that and doing angles and go 3 and 4 punch combinations.
Crawford is so quick on his feet that it's very difficult for him to set him up by throwing his right hand and then that left hook that he really wants to touch him. And I'm talking about Beltran trying to land his left hook. He's got one of those sequins right very close to his eye. And I don't like these sequence trunks for boxers because it never fails to get on the body and close to the face. And in this case, it's very close to Beltran's left eye. Again, his positioning is perfect. Does that left hook, but it didn't quite catch him again. He's tried it, I think that's his 5th time, and he just hasn't caught him flush. And a lot of that is because of the defensive Terrence, the way he moves so well.
Yes. I mean, he's been successful with that sneaky left hook in the past with other fighters, but not with Crawford. And I'm sure Crawford studied his tape. You know, he's aware that that's his signature punch. That's one of Beltran's best shots at it. It's like a real sneaky. If he lands, he's got power behind it. But not tonight.
It's because he almost walks past you on the left side of his body, and then all of a sudden, bam, out of no place comes that left hook. But he can't, he's trying to slide around to off the left shoulder of Crawford, but Crawford moves back and forth. He can't keep getting in position. He can't get the position he wants.
Can't time it. It's hard to time it.
Meanwhile, Crawford has perfect position. Nails him underneath both elbows to the solar plex area, just above the front. Now he plants and he's ready to mix his Terrence Crawford. Belt-Tran looks very frustrated right now. He lands the right hand. Crawford lets him go. There's the hand speed of Terrence Crawford as Belt-Tran goes after him. Crawford plants. He doesn't run. He's ready to exchange. Body shot. Back comes Belt-Tran, but he can't land it shot. Terrence sets him right up in front of him again. Actually slowed down just a bit. Belt-Tran tries to reach downstairs. No damage done to Terrence.
That jab, that Crawford jab. They're setting everything up so fast. And just giving Belt-Tran a lot of power.
Belt-Tran tried to open it up, and that time Crawford just stood toe-to-toe with him. Crawford in total control in terms of executing his fight plan, fighting from the outside. He's picked 2 or 3 different occasions during the course of the fight where he'll sit down and go ahead and mix with this guy. And in both of the occasions that he's done that, he's taken the advantage away after the exchange.
Just find the solution. Look at that. That's one. Look at that speed.
Now Belt-Tran out of frustration comes in and tries to throw something. But what does Crawford do? He just gets him off balance, fighting from the southpaw stance. Grabs the head, just kind of trips him up a little bit. Gets him off balance. Left cheek of Belt-Tran continuing to swell. The nose may be broken the way they've worked on it in between every single round. Kind of a punch shot.
Yeah, he's having fun now. Touch him with the jab, then just went up the middle with the jab hand with an uppercut.
Making Belt-Tran miss with his wild right hand shot. Unable to execute his left hook like Belt-Tran would like to. Trying to get in position for it. He lands a couple of left hooks to the body of Terrence. He wants to land that one upstairs, but
Crawford, he's smart. He ties him up and then just walks him down. Let the referee break him apart.
Crawford touches him up. All he has to do is continue boxing like this for the rest of this fight, and it'll be a nice, not particularly crowd-pleasing fight, but there will be times when they'll mix it up good, and that's what the crowd loves. Belt-Tran trying to land something with power, but none of those shots had any power behind them.
Colonel, I really thought we would see a little more offense, a little more letting his hands go from Ray Belt-Tran, but maybe that's just a testament to the speed and power of Terrence. But I thought I would see him a little more offensive than what we've seen thus far through 8 rounds.
You know, Christina, I think he's trying to do that, but he's so hard to hit that it's frustrating. Here he is landing a few shots now in the corner, and Terrence has the ability to tie him up and spin him again. Now takes the center position in the ring, does Crawford, gets him out where he wants him. Then goes back to the jab. The hand speed has been the big difference in the fight. And you're right, I was surprised that Belt-Tran hasn't tried to mix it up more, but I have a sense that it's the defense of Crawford more than the inability or the lack of desire of Belt-Tran to want to do that.
Yeah, I don't think he can. I mean, he's trying, but he can't. Seems to be serving that. I mean, sometimes you see fighters, because I've been here before. I've studied tapes of, some fighters that have fought in the past, and I said, I can get this guy. But he's so sharp, and first you hit him, and then he's gone, and I'm looking for him. Look, my style was more like Belt-Tran. I came forward, and, I'll give you a good example. If I'm from the market, I'll hit him with a shot, and then he'll hit me, and then boom, he wasn't there anymore. And that's what Crawford is doing.
And Vargas, when you fought him in his prime, was very fast.
Exactly. It's very sharp, and you can't fight it. It's like, wait a minute, this guy is faster than what I saw on film, when I was studying tapes. That's has been the problem here tonight with Belt-Tran.
Yeah, Ray's definitely not in Scotland anymore. This is a whole other type of opponent than Burns was.
He's trying as hard as he can, but he just can't come up with anything serious because of the terrific defense of Crawford. And Crawford doesn't get, maybe enough credit for his fine defense because he looks so offensive-minded, but slipping punches, sliding back and forth, throwing all the time, keeping the guy off balance. When he comes in, he punches at his hands. Now you're going to land a right hand and the guy throws a punch on top of your hands. And that's the end of the 9th round and another Crawford round. So the only way that Beltran can win is by way of knockout, and that doesn't appear like it's going to happen in this night. Keeps that right hand high, hand speed, trying to sucker Beltran in to let go with a big left hand. But the right hand jab from the southpaw stance is terrific, and then he snaps out the left. Beltran tries to smother him, but he can't.
He's missing. He's missing. Look at that jab, snapping his head back now. All night long.
Again, Beltran misses, but Crawford doesn't. I mean, Beltran threw 2 punches, Crawford threw about 8 and landed every one of them. Beltran threw 2 and didn't land any in that last little bit of an exchange. And here's Crawford right where he wants him. This is the perfect distance. This is exactly where he wants to fight him. He's dictated when he's going in. He's dictated on, I think, 3 different occasions when they really mixed it up. Maybe 4. And Crawford is definitely the ring general, and it's very frustrating for a guy with the pedigree of ریموندو Belltran.
Beautiful body shot there. Left hand to the body. Belltran just ran right into the solar plexus.
His eyes have been puffy for the past 3, 4, 5 rounds. Crawford continues to work that jab right on top of the most seriously injured eye, you might say. That left cheek. Oh, he caught him with a right hand. He's not going to call that a knockdown. He calls it a slip, but there was a punch there that dropped him.
No knockdown.
And again, Mike Nelson kind of behind him. Not that it makes any difference at this stage, but Beltran was hit with a punch and he was down. Crawford just pot-shotting him now with that jab. Fighting as a southpaw. He goes with the left-hand lead that time and catches him again. He's right on top of that left eye of Beltran all the time here in the 11th round. He's touching it every time, and the eye just closing up more and more.
Beautiful lead. I mean, he's on point with that. The jab lead. Just basic boxing. I mean, simple. He's waiting for him there.
Ray's a tough cookie, though. He's got quite a chin, and maybe against any other lightweight, this would be a better night for him. But I mean, you're going against Terrence Crawford, man.
Yeah, the speed is incredible.
It's incredible.
Footwork, his conditioning too. I mean, a fight like this for 11, 12 rounds, moving around, the speed, he's throwing a lot of punches against a guy that's strong and he keeps coming and he's taking a shot. That's tough.
It's impressive.
And to be able to do it as a southpaw for most of this fight, and he's listed as an orthodox fighter, but he's fought most of this fight as a southpaw very effectively.
We may have to change that, Colonel, after these last 2 fights, predominantly 8 or more rounds southpaw.
He is fighting orthodox now, and he lands the left hook. Got clipped with a little shot there. And this is what Beltran needs to do a whole lot more of. But he can't, just with a little upper body movement that Ternus has, he can't land the shot, even though he was in perfect position there. Now Ternus throws him up against the ropes and picks up his pace a little bit. Beltran wants to mix it now. With 32 seconds to go, he comes to the uppercut. Now they're going to mix it up. Crawford loads up his shot. Touches him up as the southpaw again. Goes to the left-hand lead downstairs. Back upstairs. Hits Beltran with the left hand. Pushes him off and sets it up. Trying to catch him with a shot coming in. Beltran tries to engage. Almost slaps at him with the left hand. going to hurt Crawford.
Nice left hand out there by Crawford over the top.
Crawford maintains his position. You know, when you're out in front in a fight like this and everything is going your way, and to be able to maintain this kind of discipline is extraordinary in its own right. Terrence Crawford is the real deal, folks.
It's incredible how accurate he is with his shots.
And you're probably seeing him for the last couple of minutes here as a 135-pound fighter. He'll move up to fight at 140 next, and there's all kinds of guys in that division that will make for very interesting fights. Crawford really enjoying his time now for the last minute and 25 seconds to go. Totally outmaneuvered this guy. He outworked him with his jab in the early going. When they had the exchanges, he won the exchanges. He made Beltran miss. Look at this. Let's go with a power shot again. Beltran looks like he could be ready to go at any moment here as Crawford loads up shots, trying to dump him. But no quitting Beltran. Less than a minute to go in the fight. Beltran, I give him all kinds of credit in the world. He's some tough cookie.
Keep him up!
A couple of borderline body shots there that really have to be taking the wind out of Beltran right now at this stage in the fight. But Ray keeps coming forward, hoping that he can land something with power. But it's not going to happen tonight, folks, with 35 seconds to go in this fight. Crawford still has the movement. He still wants to go for the knockout if he can catch him. That's what he'd like to do, up on his toes. Beltran is in tremendous physical condition because he's taken some serious punishment in this fight.
A lot of punishment. But Crawford, too, he's in great shape because he threw a lot of punches.
Crawford's in sensational.
Excellent, yeah.
10 seconds.
Closing seconds now of this fight. And it's been all Terrence Bud Crawford. And that bell rings, we'll let you listen to the crowd.
Cesar Ramos and Adelaide Bird both have it 119-109. Bill Lurch scores at 120-108. All three scores go to the winner by unanimous decision. From Omaha, Nebraska, this Bud's for you. Still undefeated. Still the WBO lightweight champion of the world, Terrence Bud Crawford.